Alright, first video, inking a penciled adventure family strip. Pretty much it's just mostly going to be me drawing, not really explaining a lot. Kids are in bed, so hopefully there won't be too much disruption. Hopefully I'm hitting within the camera. I haven't really tested this new method out that I'm doing. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but there is basically a blue line that I follow printed on the page that is both based on the Ames lettering guide and the size of newspaper comics. Basically you have the newspaper comic set up, and then you have lines in here for lettering, which you'll see right now as I do the inking of the words. Usually I do each panel, ink the words, and then go through and ink the balloons. And if the words are off in the balloons a little bit, like you see right here, it's a little bit too much over to the side, just move them over in Photoshop. Try to do the least amount of Photoshop work possible. Like in this 6 hours later box here, I will probably reverse the whole box out so it's white text on black. That's just my preferred method for title card type stuff. This one I will be breaking the balloon with a shaking fist, so I gotta make sure I don't ink over the fist. And as you can see, I do like to move my paper a lot. So, word's done. Pretty obvious. So now I'm gonna go on and basically hold on a second. Basically what we have here is Reese Adventure, the Indiana Jones type adventure character. He is getting off of a plane, getting a ride into the deepest parts of Peru. And basically what you've seen happen is his ride dumped him on the side of the road in the mountains, and he's going to sit there and wait for another car to come. So hopefully I'm inking to where you can see what I'm doing. One of the most important things to me is facial expressions, even when it's in a tiny little figure like this. A lot of this is just kind of playing around with detail. Because even though my penciling is very tight, I don't do a lot of penciling for stuff like fingers or clothes details. Where you have to look up here and go, oh, I remember I put 2 little buttons right there, so I gotta put those right there. Just trying to keep a consistency. a lot of stuff like background or like the road right here. I'm just trying to copy what I was doing up here, so it makes it consistent. And what I was doing up there, I didn't really have a big reason for. Just like drawing in the backpack here, you know, because if he's sitting and waiting for somebody, he's not going to wear a backpack. But and then just continue like to work in the details. I try to keep like the same kind of mountain range shape in here, even though it's pulled out a little bit farther than this one is. So I'm just gonna draw. I prefer tools. Blue non-photo blue pencil. I like a good Zig writer. It's got a big black tip, small black tip. I'm like an 01 micron. I also will use any 01. I'm not particular with just microns, but I like the size difference between the Zig tip and the micron tip to differentiate between the different line widths that I want. So my detail line widths I want very thin. I like to use a lot of sort of hatching for building up of detail, like my grass detail. And it's just kind of a feel, like you feel where you want to put this. There's nothing, no rule in my head like, oh, I've got to have this much little lines to make it look like grass to me. And just kind of adding details to little things like this hat's dark, so I'm not going to color it in black because that would be kind of hard to tell it's a hat then. I mean, you can tell it would be able to tell it's a hat, but. And then for some reason I gave him a polka dot scarf, just because he's a dad, and even if he's adventuring, it seems like something his kids would have gave him, because that's what kids do. They're like, oh, dad likes to go out and needs a scarf, well, let's give him a polka dot scarf. So I can't forget the sideburns, which I usually add with the details. Yeah, I don't really do an open mouth on them a lot, unless it's, you know, like in the next panel where they'll be screaming, which I have seemed to have drawn him screaming a lot. Mountains, I like to build, kind of like to leave the top white, you know, kind of like the sun hitting it and they get darker as it goes down. And so that's basically what I'll just keep. I kind of want to, if I start this mountain range like this, I want to keep doing it on this page. Just to keep like a consistency, so when you look at it and you go, oh, that's how Jeff draws mountains, I guess. Once again, this is the first time I've recorded myself with this camera setup. I don't know if you can hear me. I hope you can't, because I probably sound like an idiot. I don't know if you can even see what I'm doing. I tried to aim the camera for where I usually draw on the table. Which, speaking of where I usually draw, actually this is one of the first strips I've inked at this table. Usually I work in what I call my mobile studio, which is a mobile drawing board in my car. So usually I spend as much of my lunch hour as possible drawing these comic strips, trying to get enough comic strips up to fill up a collected book, which, you know, will be kind of be reminiscent of old school comic strip collections. That's basically what I'm aiming for with this series, is to make it look like you've stumbled upon a collection of old comic strips. And one of my favorite things to do when drawing is to draw people yelling. Got to do that a lot in Punch the Clock. I just like the way it feels to be able to just like go. He's just so mad. He's just the look on the face of somebody just screaming their head off. Now his hat's kind of flying off back, so you get a little bit of his hair poking out, which wasn't before. I'm covering up his ear a little bit. In penciling, I did forget to put his scarf in there, so now I've got to kind of add that in. And it'll kind of be flowing to the back. And usually, if I have open mouth yelling, I love to do a little bit of spittle. That, because he's just so mad. He's just spitting mad. And then with this arm, he's kind of shaking. So I'm just going to kind of like kind of lose the definition of the arm. He's just so mad. He's like, ah. I can do the same thing up here. Alright, we're almost done with this one. And switch over to detail, where we will do a little bit of the hair shading. And you pretty much see how quickly I ink a comic strip. This one is kind of cheating because there isn't. Like, we got a full, small portion of fourth of the strip is nothing but 3 words, so that was a pretty easy one. But other than that, that's about it. I will add. I don't really have a background on this one. Usually my non-backgrounds end up being like little hash patterns. You sign it with an M and exclamation point. There you have it. A complete Adventure Family strip. And thank you very much for watching.